Former lawyer M Ravi has passed away at the age of 56, marking a somber moment for the legal community and for many who followed his outspoken public life. The news of his death spread quickly, drawing reactions from colleagues, former clients, critics, and observers across legal and civic circles. M Ravi was widely known as a controversial yet influential figure whose career was marked by high-profile cases and strong personal convictions. Over the years, he became a familiar name in courtrooms and in public discourse, often taking on matters that attracted national attention. His legal journey reflected both ambition and resilience, shaped by years of practice in an increasingly complex legal environment. Supporters often described him as fearless, noting his willingness to represent difficult cases and unpopular positions. Critics, on the other hand, viewed him as provocative, arguing that his methods and statements sometimes stirred unnecessary controversy. Despite differing opinions, few denied that M Ravi left a distinct mark on the legal landscape. He was known for speaking openly about issues he believed in, even when doing so invited criticism or legal challenges. Throughout his career, he handled cases that touched on sensitive social, political, and constitutional themes. These cases often placed him at the center of intense media scrutiny and public debate. For many young lawyers, his career served as an example of how legal practice can intersect with activism and personal belief. M Ravi's professional life was not without setbacks, and he faced periods of suspension and legal difficulty. Yet he repeatedly returned to public attention, maintaining a strong presence in discussions about law and justice. His life story reflected the pressures faced by lawyers who operate in the public eye. Beyond the courtroom, he was also known for his commentary on legal reforms and civil rights. Friends recall him as someone deeply passionate about the law and its role in shaping society. Those close to him say he devoted much of his life to legal work, often at personal cost. His passing at the age of 56 has prompted reflection on the demands of the profession and the toll it can take. Messages of condolence have highlighted both his achievements and the controversies that defined his career. Some have emphasized his courage in challenging established norms and authority. Others have remembered him as a complex individual whose actions sparked necessary conversations. Legal associations and former peers have acknowledged his contributions, even when opinions differed. His death has reopened discussions about professional conduct, freedom of expression, and accountability within the legal field. Observers note that M Ravi represented a type of lawyer who blurred the line between advocacy and activism. This approach earned him both admiration and opposition over the years. Regardless of perspective, his name remains associated with a significant chapter in modern legal discourse. The circumstances of his passing have not overshadowed the broader impact of his life's work. As news of his death continues to circulate, many are revisiting his most notable cases. These cases serve as reminders of the challenges and responsibilities that come with legal advocacy. For some, his career stands as a cautionary tale about balance and restraint. For others, it is a story of persistence and unwavering belief in one's principles. M Ravi's journey illustrates how law is not only about rules, but also about personality and conviction. His influence extended beyond verdicts, shaping conversations about justice and rights. Even those who opposed him acknowledged that he forced institutions to respond and reflect. At 56, his death feels premature to many who expected more chapters in his story. The legal community now reflects on what his life reveals about courage, controversy, and consequence. In remembering M Ravi, opinions remain divided, yet engagement with his legacy is undeniable. He leaves behind a record that will continue to be studied and debated. His story reminds us that the law is shaped not only by consensus, but also by conflict. As tributes and critiques emerge side by side, they reflect the complexity of his career. M Ravi's passing closes a chapter, but discussions sparked by his work are likely to endure. In the end, his life underscores how one individual can profoundly influence public legal conversation. His name will remain part of legal history, remembered for both impact and intensity. The legal world today pauses to acknowledge a figure who, in life and death, continues to provoke reflection.